drama regarding abusers. I agree, but Fiona, for this, like, I can't call it drama. Like, this is assault and manipulation and genuine abuse, and I just like won't call it that. I appreciate very much, and always you. I appreciate all you guys. You guys are fantastic. We have ads starting in 3 seconds. I'm so sorry. We're gonna get back to the stream in just a second. I'm so sorry for ads if you get them. We'll be right back. We'll just pause and chill. Oh, Taskmaster, if you want to know anything, just send me a message, dude, or do that, or whatever you want to be. I'd say, dude, general neutral. Um, Send me a message on Discord if you're on it. I'll talk to you. I don't want to talk about everything here, especially not right now. I don't know if they're still on the front page, and it doesn't matter really. It's not like it changes the stream. They just make more advertising revenue. And the thing to me that really hurt is just that I think there's been so much progress in people learning who she is and like what kind of monster she is, and then now it's just exposed to so many new people who can fall for the same trap that like I've fallen for and everything. Tash, how are you? Lovely Tash. Are you sure? Are you comfortable talking about it? I won't go into some detail. There's some things that I am saving because I'm not ready to talk about, and potentially will only talk about with um in certain scenarios. But I can tell you about the abuser. I would rather people know. I just don't even want to say their name right now, if I'm being honest. I'm not scared of them, and I'm not like, I don't know. Oh, that's really, Fiona, I appreciate that. Which seems to reward really shitty behavior more than just being a cool person. I'm hoping I can't discuss what we're doing. But there are literally 5 people. Absolutely, okay. Enjoy the pool. And Fiona, that means a lot. Thank you for being here, Fiona. How are you doing today? Fiona is one of my favorite names, just so you guys know. Little gizmo lore is that I think Fiona is one of the nicest names. Yeah, things are in motion. Um, but yeah, it just sucks. Sorry, we'll talk about this for the ad break. Back to the game. Oh, merci mon ami. Merci. De rien. I've been doing French again, by the way. I'm getting back. Merci pour regarder moi stream. I don't know. Très bien. Do you speak fluent French, Fiona? I'd love to. I'm not good at it. In ads, can't hear, but I'm sending you very. Oh, love you. Don't worry. We're waiting for the ads. No. Ah, we. Sorry, no, neither do I. Neither do I. Um, really losing my voice today. Really losing. Um, let me take a sip of. Shit, my coaster was attached to it. I wonder, have you played the Guess What My Coasters Are game? Does anybody remember what my 2 coasters are? Welcome back from ads. Whenever I hear wee wee, it makes me think of Fudafafa. 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 We love some Flight of the Conchords here. Tasteful zzz. Okay, I do hope you have a great time at the pool. And Taskmaster, yeah, I'm open. Like, I mean, transparently, the only thing is we were doing fine. There's a viral TikTok about my abuser. Another person she abused, the unfitting keys in our chat, and streamer in their own right. Tasteful Zero Suit Samus. I do like Zero Suit Samus. Well, I like Samus. But no, sending you hugs too, Orange. I'm sorry that you've had to deal with it. And also, like, I'm sorry that so many people have not only had to deal with stuff on Twitch, but just abuse in general. I think it's really commendable what you do, Fiona. I hate that it's been so close to me this little bit. But like I said, if I could turn back the clock 2 years and go back to the thing I was annoyed the most about, since then I've had people crash out. I've had that I would call more drama. I will not. I would not call what like I'm going through now drama. This is trauma more than anything, and I really just hate that it's at all a part of Wait, is that a landmine that pops the thing? Hugs or high fives or whatever. Okay, so don't stand on the landmine. Okay. Interesting. I like that mechanic. Oh, also, it's a hard checkpoint. You cannot go below that. Interesting. Rare to see a hard checkpoint in a rage game like this, but I am happy to see it. And again, we're like, listen, I'm on Twitch. Not everybody is on Twitch for this reason, but I am on Twitch to play games and meet new people and have fun, and also try and express myself creatively, because I really like the creative elements of this, as you'll see with the website and everything. Also, one of my favorite things about Twitch is the collaborative creativity, getting to meet people that also have that like inspiration to do new things using live streaming. It started off as a way for me to be social during the pandemic in my own way, and it's evolved into something I really truly love. And for over almost 6 years now, dang it, that was close. For almost 6 years now, it's stayed that way. And I really hope to keep it that way. But sadly, this is what therapy's for. I'll be dead honest. This is what therapy's for. It's taken away a lot of the joy, particularly when it came to hitting partner. I was really excited to hit partner, and I'll be honest, we hit partner way sooner than I ever thought. But yeah, there was a lot of like sadness around that, because, and I still hold true to this. I would, sorry, if you're not familiar with rage game yaps, it's when I just talk to myself for a bit and then read your chats after I finish the rage game part or I fail. But I would trade the partner badge, I would trade the gizmo name, I'd go back to Good Game Gizmo any day if it meant I could either take back the decisions I made to enter a relationship with that abuser, or just to get the abuser removed from the platform. I would literally say I would start from zero again. And I know it's impossible to start from zero because I've already met so many great people and there's the Discord and everything. But I would delete the Discord. I would start a new channel. I would do everything if it meant that would happen. I would literally prestige streaming. I would prestige man, Nacho, that's a +2. That is such a +2. One of my favorite kind of jokes is just taking video game terminology and putting sorry about the dang it and then to continue to talk about that's just how the rage games go, honestly. I love this kind of stuff, man. This is a really good game, by the way. I'm liking this level. I was just about to comment on it. I was gonna say, oh, it breaks the logic of the game because you can't go through the side anymore, but no, it doesn't. The building is blocking that side. We made great progress today already, honestly. I think we've been playing for like half an hour of game time, and already I feel like this is probably one of the easiest parts to speedrun, because I think there's a clear motion that you have to do. We support doing things that bring you joy, like streaming, and even when you may not be joyous, I'm sorry you had to do that on Friday. Is there anything you wanna share too? I'm very much like, one of the things, like the philosophies of the stream is I really don't like toxic positivity, and I think sorry, I think it's really apparent when people are always trying to be a happy person, that nobody's happy all the time, especially if you're streaming as much as I do. And the one thing I can do is just be myself, show you the happy days and the good, and you know what, that doesn't mean I have to stream every day. There are days where I'm not going to be able to, and I've proud of myself for, at least lately, knowing when those days are. Get chomping cat who's biting. I have so many people and things and illnesses that need to bite. You do. You do. You can't learn to address and overcome negative emotions if you never face them. And I have. I gotta be honest. So, do you want me to trauma dump? Do you want a little trauma dump story while I do some balloon game? If you don't, I can stop right here, right now. Like, not like stop. I can stop talking about it. We don't need to. We're here to have a good time. But I can tell you a little bit about, because I know some people here are newer to the stream and they don't know about like the last 2 years of my life and stuff. It's a big thing that irks you. I think before my antidepressants, toxic positivity was one of the biggest things that like really got to me. Because it's so fake, and I think one of the things I've really learned in therapy is how much I value authenticity. Not just on Twitch, but in like everyday life. I feel like people that are phony just get under my skin. And so that's part of the reason why I really do try to. Oh, come on. Maybe I can do something with this. No, I hit the. Why does this game have a popping balloon? I can turn it off. I can turn it off for you. I got you, Bunny. If you want to be here, we'll turn it off for a bit. Pops. Oh my god! Speaking of pops, look, it's Colors. The incredible Papa of Colors. The art is so good. We can't say what it is. We can't say what it is, but I have told people that you were working on art for us. I will also say that the option that was chosen that I told you about was very much Bunny voted on the one that we picked. And I really see the vision now. I don't think I saw it initially. Because I was not set in my ways, but I liked them both to begin with. But oh man. If I recall, toxic positivity is not only fake, it also invalidates the negative experiences that people are trying to overcome. I agree with you, Fiona. I really do. Oh, in your opinion, okay. Yeah, I treated it like an IMO, even though I did read if I recall. No, I agree with you. If you come to this stream, what you're gonna get is usually it is a good vibe, I think, most of the time. Share what you're comfortable sharing when you feel okay to elaborate if you want to do that. You have my full attention and respect. It's not about the recent trauma. I'll say that. It's more about how for 4 years I streamed on Twitch. It was a great time. I think when I was unmedicated, when it came to the view botter guy, I let that take a lot of my mental energy. Wait, you have a sneaking suspicion as to who that user is? The view botter? Do you really? I didn't know you. Oh, the abuser? Oh, I can just say who it is. It's Ashley. If you guys, I didn't want to say her name, but I'm okay saying it right now. Yeah, Ashley on Twitch, ASHLEIGH. She's an abuser. Terrible person, but we're working on that. I have a sneaking suspicion. Wait, I don't fuck with toxic positivity. My positivity is real too. A lot of the time, it can be positive. And you know what's funny? I can be very positive for someone who, I don't know. I try to make it seem not make it seem. I try my best to be realistic, and I think a lot of the time, pessimists say that they're realists. I think that happens way more than. And they might even believe it, but I don't think that's the case. I think people are pessimistic and they go, "Oh, I'm just being a realist. These are the facts that back it up," and then they will absolutely ignore any sort of evidence to the contrary. Whereas I would love to be an optimist. I don't think I am. I think if anything, I'm a pessimist, and at best, I'm a realist. But I could be a realist. Or I could be one of those realists who's actually a pessimist and just think that I'm not. I think a lot of the time I can be a bit of a doomer. But I do also think that we share a lot of positivity here. And I think as someone, I have depression. And I still want to have good days. I want to be happy. I want to share that happiness. I love it. Believe it or not, I fucking love being happy. I think there are people who are comfortable with their sadness and want to be sad, or do not want to. Maybe they think that sadness is part of them and don't want to. This is completely irrelevant to any other thing I've been talking about, to be dead honest. Um, this is nothing to do with abusers or anything like that. Yeah, she gave me weird vibes when I started lurking in her chat, and I've learned to listen to my gut. Yeah, I think a lot of people have told me that, Fiona. Unfortunately, I did enter a relationship with her. Also, good people should be positive, positively. Yeah, Fiona, I didn't know you were part of that chat at all. Depression 5. But I had a little bit of a weird feeling too, as someone, like I said, I really value authenticity. And I will say, I think the reason why I still went in with everything was, well, I can tell you I was in an emotionally vulnerable place, which is something I think she looks out for. But also, oh, dang it. That was pretty good. I was getting love bombed, which is another part of like the pattern and everything like that. I won't get into it, but getting love bombed from within a marriage is wild, by the way. Just putting that out there. If you're gonna freaking love bomb me, just be single first. Or do it within the confines of the relationship like a normal abuser. Come on. It's always easier when I'm doing it for someone else. Yeah, I try to be a realist, but I know sometimes. Yeah. I've been very prone to pessimism in my life because I see a whole lot of bad day in and day out. Sometimes it's really hard to find the good in the world, even though. Yeah, no, I completely understand that too. Also, people should be positive. Positivity should bring hope, not invalidation and minimization. I agree with you, Fiona. You're a real one. I joined her chat as at your recommendation. Of course you did, Fiona. I'm so sorry. I really am. I will say that I've said this a few times, and I know you guys. I don't know anybody who does hold it against me, but if you join that chat, because I recommended it, I can't take that back. I feel bad. I think everybody who's ever, I mean, from the 5X's I know of that all end up saying the same thing, I think everybody is in the same boat. But yeah, I feel bad about that, and I apologize. Yeah, it's not a very engaging chat. I don't mean to be a dick. I tried to help with that, but listen, I'm not going to be mean about that bit. My personal opinion is I don't find her chat very fun, but I laughed harder than I should have at she couldn't even abuse me, right? Sorry, that's true. Come on, learn to be a better abuser. You've been doing it for so long. You think you no, I will say, to her credit, she's a very good abuser. She's great at it. You're not the only one that wrecked her too. I know. Anyway, I apologize. We won't get too into it. What I was gonna say though is, many are saying this. sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to get too. Listen, if there's anything you want to know, I'm open about it. I am open about everything. I don't want to make the stream about it. What I can be open and talk about is like, well, hey, if you want to know like signs to avoid, Fiona, I do think what pisses me off the most, and I've talked about this in therapy, this is the last thing maybe the last thing I'll say about it, is that I got the same vibes that everybody got. I know so many people that are like, yeah, I got those vibes too. It didn't seem genuine. It all seemed fake. It seemed about her. Like, it wasn't about the people. It wasn't about anything. It was just like somebody who wanted. Yeah, like I know I got that too. Okay, I'm part of that. I saw that, and then I looked the other way because I was like, maybe this is just that rare person that really is genuinely. I'm not going to get into it, but I was like, maybe I was wrong. And I believe that I was wrong. Dang it. And then I got proven right with time. But yeah. Trust your gut. I'm only ever going to do that going forward. But in fairness, I was out of my. For those of you who don't know, I've only been in one relationship. Not that one. I don't consider that a relationship. but it was a 16-year relationship that had just ended 11 months prior to that. And I had just said that I was, oh dang it, I had just said on stream that I was going to start using dating apps, I think. And it had taken me 11 months to get to that point. I haven't been on a first date in like 17, 18 years, man. Actually, I might not have. I've never been on an adult first date. We could talk about that instead. That's a more fun way to pivot the conversation. But yeah, I think unfortunately a lot of that and the faux support that I received for that trauma led me into thinking that it was a person that wasn't. I'm gonna read all the chat in just one moment. I'm sorry, guys. I'm also sorry for derailing the chat. This is on me. It's not on you guys. Like I said, I'm not good at not saying how I'm feeling. I'm just that kind of guy. It sucks. I thought you were 19. I am 19. I started my relationship when I was 2. This is so real. I have BPD, and when someone is an abuser or a liar, I actually do get annoyed when people are bad at it. That's funny. I don't do that, but it really gets under my skin that people don't know. People who would have no idea of knowing. It's like, oh, you just can't see it, and I wish I could. Again, it's the Inception, Interstellar behind the bookcase. I'm like, no. Did everybody see the Odyssey this weekend? Continued. I see a lot of bad in the world, an overwhelming amount of if I'm honest. But I found some little pockets of good, and I've met some very genuine, kind-hearted people. And instead of wallowing in the bad, I've tried to dedicate myself to materially contributing to the good. That's how I stave off gnawing pessimism. In fact, the fact that I know that I'm capable of creating more good for other people and I'm committed to that's actually a really, really optimistic way of looking at it. You watched the Odyssey yesterday. What did you think, Chels? Wise, always trust your gut. Gang, my gut wouldn't have saved me. Spit your Marvel knowledge and see how far it gets you. Definitely, and he's definitely not 32. Don't feel stupid. It's not uncommon for people to ignore those feelings, especially when they're in a dark place. People can convince themselves of nearly anything when they are feeling, yeah. It's one of those things where I'm like, I would never fall for a cult. And then I'm here like, fuck, I probably would. This is your stream. You don't need to apologize. I understand. I still do, though. This is not the lore. I'm reading my way through Sean Howe's Marvel Comics, The Untold Story, right now, and it's phenomenal. I watched the Odyssey. It's not really my thing, but my boyfriend wanted to go. Is this a safe space? I'm going to say the most controversial thing I've said today. I don't really care for Christopher Nolan, and I never have. This is not any woke thing. For the longest time, I have said I do not care for Christopher Nolan. I think Christopher Nolan benefits from the Joker effect, where if you make a Joker movie, some weird people really fucking like that, and oh dang it, that was kind of good though. And some people love Christopher Nolan, and that's fine. If you really like it, I think there's this thing where there are people who genuinely love his movies, there are people who genuinely dislike his movies, then there's grifters that dislike the movie because of Elliot Page or whatever, The Odyssey, and now retroactively hate all of Nolan's movies. And then there's people that damn it. Then there's people that just think he's a god. And I've been saying this for literally over half a decade, that I do not understand. At best, I feel like Nolan's movies are like solid. But somebody brought up the point that like the movies I like of his are mostly his brother's movies, or like the movies he wrote with his brothers. I was like, or his brother, Jonathan Nolan. I think I might be a Jonathan Nolan. I liked Inception. Inception is probably my favorite Christopher Nolan movie if The Dark Knight doesn't count. I don't care for The Dark Knight Rises. I didn't care for Batman Begins that much. I like The Dark Knight. I like Inception. I do not care for Memento. I did not care for The Prestige. Did not care for... I thought The Prestige was okay. Did not care for Interstellar. I'm making so many enemies now. Did not care for Interstellar. What else has he done that I don't like? Oh, Dunkirk was fine. It was okay. He's mid. I mean mid in the most mid sense. Like in the most normal sense. I think he's mid. I bet Nolan sniffs his own farts. Oh yeah, don't get me started on the whole you have to watch it how I like it kind of thing. To speak my truth, I walked out of the cinema and the first thing out of my mouth was, what the hell was that? Charles, please speak your truth always. When I say it's not really my thing, I'm being polite. God, thank you. I know that I'm susceptible. I know that I'm capable of being strung along by an abuser. That was proven to me, and it took me a very long time after the fact to regain respect for myself and accept that that is not a unique weakness. Everybody can be abused. That is therapy right there for me. I bet Nolan sniffs his own farts. I could not name movies by Christopher Nolan. Another instance of me living under a rock, I guess. No, I think a lot of people can. I think that's completely fine. Dark Knight Rises was the first movie I ever fell asleep to. That was Iron Man 2 for me. Like Inception is fine. I actually kind of like Inception. To be honest, Nolan's Batman movies were good, but they changed the way media treated Batman for the worse. I agree with that too. I saw Inception as a child. Memento, I mean, you meant Memento, yeah. Same, it's the loss of respect for yourself that is so deeply unfair, but it's so difficult to not fall into. Absolutely. Slobbenheimer. Oh, did Nolan do Oppenheimer? God damn it, I didn't like Oppenheimer either. I didn't like Oppenheimer either, man. I'm a Nolan hater, I guess. Here's your review. I've never seen Interstellar. I saw Interstellar in theater and I thought it was uh 3 hours too long. I've seen Interstellar for gay people, Project Hail Mary, and I loved it. Why is that for gay people? I did like Project Hail Mary more than Interstellar. Why is that for gay people? Can we say it's for queers instead, then? Gravity actively made you angry? I hated Gravity. Guys, we hate space movies that are publicly or that are traditionally loved. Gravity was fucking terrible. Sorry. I was in film school or I was in media school when Gravity came out and everybody was sucking it off. And I was like, oh, it must be really good. And then I watched it and I was like, this fucking sucks, man. This movie fucking sucks. When does it get good? Oh, man. Charlotte, hello, how are you? It was too long, too loud, too dark and bright at the same time, too weird, and it would have been greatly improved by a vodka in my Tango Ice Blast. I bet it would. Colors, get those cogs. There's a very viral little Letterboxd review for PHM that just says Interstellar for gay people. God damn it. That could have been me. We need Nix here to say my Letterboxd reviews. Nix was gassing up my Letterboxd reviews the other day. I was here for it. Squawk? You're still squawking to me? You squawking to me? Well, you gotta be squawking to me, because there ain't nobody else here you could squawk to. Come on, I can do this. No! Squawk! That was good. That was good, though. We got this. It was too long, too loud. I mean, that's it. Oh, fucking Tenet? Tenet can suck my nuts too, man. I went to see that in the drive-in because I knew it would piss him off when one day I get to see him and go, fuck you, I saw your movie in the goddamn drive-in during the... He's like, oh, everybody's got to go back to theaters to watch me movie. You got to experience it in IMAX. If you're not watching it in IMAX, going back to the cinema, you're gonna regret it. You gotta go back. And I was like, fuck you, I'm seeing it on the drive and I'm not gonna go get COVID to watch your stupid fucking movie. And guess what? It sucked! It sucked too! They all suck! Manila, welcome in! All those fucking movies suck! Thank you for lurking, Manila. I appreciate you. Gizzy being a Cockney speak. Did you know that, Charlotte? Did you know? Wait, did you know that I grew up in England? Which was the next Nolan movie on this? I'm gonna watch. Did you see the one dude who put it on a fucking Game Boy Advance cartridge? That's my hero. That's my hero. Watch all of your Nolan movies in the worst quality possible, because if it's a good story, it should stand up. Nope, news to me. I grew up in England. I spent the first 6 years of my life living in England. Then I moved to Canada.